In Kingdom Centric, what drives you is God's vision. What drives you is God's plan. What drives you is God's purpose. In Kingdom Centric, you realize that your life is bigger than consumption. That there is more to you than just buying a car. There is more to you than just building a house. There is more to you. I want you to see what Jesus is teaching. You pursue a kingdom-centric model of life, then the second you pursue is righteousness, moral values. Moral values. Do you see? When true wealth, these are the things that God called true riches. When peace is gone, money is useless. When safety is gone, your mansion is a mess. When love is gone from a community, from marriage, from a society, all those bling, including your furniture, they are cankered, they are rotten, they are dustbin. When service is gone, what you call wealth becomes less than sand. When righteousness is gone, everything goes with it. Seeking to be a man who is God focused, who came to serve God, not to serve yourself, and seeking to be a man who came to serve your generation is when you find true life. And seeking to be a man who advances righteousness, justice, and moral values on the earth, that's when you have true wealth. Don't sacrifice your marriage because for money. Don't sacrifice peace for power. Don't sacrifice safety for promotion. There are things that money cannot buy, and those things are the true wealth. You lose them, you are empty. I don't care how many billions you have in your account. Because of egocentric gospel, Nigeria is not getting the kind of message that will change it. Pastors are all there preaching consumer-centric gospel. It's all about people. It's all about what you will get, about your next level, about your promotion, and so we have created millions of selfish believers. So you see a believer, you see an unbeliever, you don't know which one to choose. Is he in mouth? I'm a Christian. Is he in talk? The kingdom of what God is not in words, it's in deed, and it's in power. Is it that I'm a Christian? Who cares? He said, by this all men will know that you are my disciple when you have love one for another. What is happening now is that consumer-centric gospel is what most preachers are preaching now. So the gospel is the power of God unto salvation. But now, instead of saving us, saving our families, instead of saving Nigeria, everything is going down because what they are hearing is all about me, is what God will do for me, what God will do for me. Listen, let me tell you, there are 3 levels of prayer. There is even a 4th one. The lowest level, and that level should not control up to 20% of your time whenever you sit down to pray, and that level should be the last thing you bring up whenever you pray, is what God will do for me. Last thing in your prayer life. Until what he will do for me becomes last, you don't have a prayer life. You can actually have a wonderful prayer time and not mention that. First thing in your prayer after this man of prayer is glorify God and then ask for his kingdom to come. Ask for his kingdom to come on earth so that his will is done in Nigeria as it is done in heaven. God knows that on earth, majority of what is happening is not God's will. And he knows that on earth, human beings through prayer will have to bet the will of God here. The way human beings don't come here without a woman, the womb of a woman. That's how the will of God don't happen without the womb of prayer. What that means is that God's purposes on earth does not happen without human beings. This is the kind of things you hear him say in the Bible. God will never do anything on earth till he reveals his will to his servants, the prophet. He has to tell somebody because it's somebody that will carry it out. Even if at least I won't do it, at least let me cast the vision so other people can run with it. God will not do anything on earth till he finds a human vessel. This is one thing everybody needs to understand. In kingdom model of thinking, God will not come down from heaven and do it. The last time God wanted to save man, do you know what he did? He entered the womb of a woman, spent 9 months there, and was born. And when he was born, he couldn't start what he came to do because he was a baby. He grew till he was 30. 30 years plus 9 months passed before God could start the mission that brought him here. What he was telling us is that what he has been looking for is man. He said, I sought for a man to stand in the gap. He said, who shall I send? Who will go for us? So the kingdom-centric lifestyle is, I come to God not to use God to achieve my goal. I come to God to surrender my life to him, to become his agent, his ambassador, his delegate, to accomplish his mission on the earth. Then every other thing I'm looking for will be added. Now that I have accepted the government's mission, the government's mandate, because kingdom is God's government.